Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And as you can see, we've already started here. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Well, now here's Adriano, quite an enigma.
That probably best describes him. A fabulous natural talent that can be erratic.
Now it's Forlan. He's got plenty of space out wide here, and he's managed to get free. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Shapes to shoot! And it's a goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Del Piero.
Such good technique.
And he shoots! Now that is commitment to the cause. And we have our very first corner. Mateus with the clearance. He's going for goal! And that is wildly off target.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Zola! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
This is their second corner of the game. Header comes in! Harmlessly behind. Rijkaard. Now it's Forlan. Mateus. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Adriano dominates there really so often. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Forlan. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he's away. Big chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Zola is offering a wry smile there.
So, third corner of the game. Guardiola gets rid without sophistication. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Atletico Paranaense looking to pass their way through. Well-timed, excellent interception. Atletico Paranaense finding their passes. He's on it, can he get away? João Cancelo clears. It's a threatening ball. Del Piero. Zola. Oh, good read. Triol makes the interception. João Cancelo. Little pass back. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Bob. Messi. Mateus.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Bob. Messi. And he welcomes it. Messi! Cleared without hesitation. Oh, good-looking ball.
Atletico Paranaense can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
He's had it taken off him. Zola. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Shot a goal! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And he's there to clear it. Oh, super ball! The chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. They're up to 5 corners now.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
And this is Adriano. And he goes for a shot! Oh, just over.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
And they've got rid. And the first half is done. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Atletico Paranaense can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Atletico Paranaense carrying a 1-goal lead. No, he's not getting any further than that. Now it's Forlan. Now it's Bob. He could be in here. And he was quick to react. Adriano.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Bob. Now it's Bob. Looking tidy in possession here. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Now it's Forlan. And this is Messi. That is lovely. Now it's Bob. He's beaten the last man. Plenty to aim at here. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now it's Forlan. Now it's Messi. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Substituição em andamento.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
Yeah, and it looks like quite a shake-up to the front line. Interesting, we'll see how it develops.
Del Piero is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Bob? No, he wasn't going to let him past. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Oh, he's hit the bar!
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Messi. Looking for the run. Del Piero. McAllister. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Messi. Nicely weighted. Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there. Held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
That's a lovely, neat pass. That's a good ball. Now, this could be a chance. And he lines up a cross. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Mirasol really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
That is out and behind. It's a good block.
Substituição em campo.
Well, the count is
Camisa
rising.
4.
That's 6.
Camisa 52. Camisa 21. Camisa 14.
Header! They've scored! There seemed no way back, but they are level. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Tries a shot! Oh, what has happened here? He's through now. It's Griezmann! Oh, no. That could be a costly miss.
Griezmann has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
And the shot! Goal! Atletico Paranaense! And they get themselves in front!
Atletico Paranaense take the lead.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Totti. Now it's Griezmann. He's in a good chance, surely!
They've done it! And this is getting better and better.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Shoots! Yes! And the lead is extended still further.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know.
Well, just the goalkeeper to beat. Real chance!
It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Up he goes!
No, he didn't quite meet it right. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
And as you can see, we've already started here.
And this is Totti. He's through here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Great ball and shot a goal! It's hit the crossbar. Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Ruben Dias gets across to intercept that. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
In with the challenge. Now it's Totti. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Atletico Paranaense finding their passes. Now then, the ball's come loose. And it's Kukçu. Del Piero. Del Piero! What a hit! What a hit! A rocket and some! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. There is the breakthrough. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Totti. Now it's Forlan. Griezmann. Not the most accurate pass. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Atletico Paranaense clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, that's a very decent ball. And the shot! It's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just...
And the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Del Piero really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Puyol cuts out the pass. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Puyol gets it away. Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Forlan. Totti. Chance for a shot! Goal! Atletico Paranaense! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And this is Van Nistelrooy.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Forlan.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
It's Forlan! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Rice.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That has been cut short. McAllister. Kökçü. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Totti.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Mateus. Rice. Oh, they could break here. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's half-time here. Atletico Paranaense come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. The midway point of the game.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Atletico Paranaense head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. And we are already promptly back underway. No, that's been intercepted. Baresi promptly onto that, and that is that. And that's a throw-in. And it's Kökçü. Totti, played out to the right. Priol does well to get it back. Rice. Now it's Totti. Forlan. Totti. Zola. And that is a little undercooked. No way through, so back. And the finish! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. And he's heaved it away. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And a chance! And yes, it's there! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And now he has 2. Atletico Paranaense take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
He's having a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the
Público
post.
presente na partida de hoje.
And now they can spring out of defence.
14 espectadores.
Zanetti picks it up from the goal kick. Totti. Oh, no question, that's a foul. And that's going to be a booking. The pass has gone astray. Showing good feet. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And smartly reclaimed. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Now it's Forlan, and the counter is on. And this is Forlan. Passes short and sharp. Griezmann! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Atletico Paranaense blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Oh, that's well spotted. That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Totti. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Mateus. Now it's Griezmann. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. McAllister with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Rice. And this is Griezmann. Puyol gets a foot in here, looking for the run. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kupchu. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Forlan. Well, that looks a decent ball. And he welcomes it. Shot! Surely! Oh, it's fallen loose again!